What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I am making this video right here for you right now because it is time, man. I'm tired of it. So this goes out to all the motherfucking Tannehaters out there, okay? You see this number 17? I got my Color Rush number 17 jersey on for this, and I'm finna smash on some motherfuckers right now. Okay, let me get into this, alright? Let me start off, because, you know, there's been a lot of talk, obviously, about the quarterback situation and what's going on. Is Ryan Tannehill going to be there? Alright, it's time for me to smash on some fools. Alright, first and foremost, let's talk Ryan Tannehill's stats over the course of his career. Remember, he came in number 8th overall in 2012 out of Texas A&M. As we all know, he played a couple years as wide receiver, not because he wasn't good enough to play quarterback like some people seem to think, but because there was already an established starter, and because he's, you know, the kind of upstanding guy, team guy that he is, he was like, all right, I'll play receiver. That is not a detriment. That gave him another perspective that has helped him develop good chemistry with receivers over the years, because he understands it from their end, right? Except for maybe some of the divas like Mike Wallace. Some people in there talking about, oh, Mike Wallace is talking shit about Ryan Tannehill. I don't give a fuck about Mike Wallace, let me tell you that. All right. Anyway, but then he, you know, crushed it when he was in college, and let me give you his stats from college real quick just to kind of back it up. Okay, so the most important years were 2010 and 2011, because that's when he started to start, right? So 2010, games played 8, started 7 with a 137 rating, 152 completions out of 234 attempts with a 65 completion percentage, 1,638 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 51 rushing attempts, 76 yards with a 1.5 average and 1 touchdown. And he had receiving statistics as well for that year, because he was still playing receiver during that year as well. 11 receptions, 143 yards, a 13 average, and 1 touchdown. So he was crushing it all over the field. 2011, 13 games played, 13 starts, 133.2 rating, 327 completions out of 531 attempts, a 61.6 completion percentage, 3,744 yards, 29 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. But with 58 rushes, 306 yards, and a 5.3 average with 4 touchdowns that year. Okay, that's just his career stats. Pretty damn good, and obviously he was mobile. He has a lot of traits that you want in a quarterback. Alright, but I'm not done. I'm just getting to the tip of the iceberg here, fellas, ladies, all of you out there that want to sit there and hate on Ryan Tannehill. Alright, so then he comes into the NFL, 8th overall in 2012. He gets thrown into the fire game 1 as a starter. He's there with Philbin. Fuck that dude. We all know he sucked. He wasn't a good leader, you know, and I mean, just everything that dude did was terrible. Terrible decision, and that I advocate for regimes to have 5 years, but he definitely was holding on to Philbin longer than he should have, because, I mean, you could just see the dude just sucked. He sucked. He was terrible. Anyway, so he comes into that bullshit, right? Gets thrown into the fire day 1, and this dude balls out. I mean, not to a lot of people's standards, okay, right? I mean, and to be completely fair, his rookie year wasn't super spectacular, but considering what he came into, the offensive line was garbage, right? Remember, the first 4 years of his career, he was the most sacked quarterback in the league. But let's go ahead and get to his first year, 2012. 16 games played, 16 started because he got thrown into the fire. 484 attempts out of 282 completions out of 484 attempts, a 58.3 average. The only year he actually was below 60% completion percentage. Okay, for 3,294 yards with a 6.8 average. Pretty damn good, especially considering the fact that he was under duress so fucking much, right? And didn't have a very good supporting cast overall. 205.9 yards per game, 12 touchdowns, a 2.5 touchdown percentage, and 13 interceptions, which obviously is not great, but he was a rookie. You know, we give all rookies the benefit of the doubt, or at least we should, right? He got sacked 35 times in his rookie season, and it got worse from there. All right. And then he had a rating of 76.1, which was his lowest ever of his career. Okay, then you go to year 2. 16 games played, all games played, 355 completions out of 588 attempts, more completions and more attempts that year, with a better passer or completion percentage at 60.4. So that was also an improvement. Attempts per game was improved. It was 30.2 in 2012, 36.8 in year 2, 3,913 yards, improved in that. 6.7 average, about the same. Improved in his yards per game, 244.6. Doubled his touchdowns to 24 with a 4.1 touchdown percentage and only 17 interceptions. And then, but despite that, or considering all that, he did all that, getting sacked 58 times. 58 times in year 2. Okay, with an 81.7 passer rating. Year 3, 2014, 16 games played. His completions and his attempts went up to 392 and 590 respectively. His completion percentage went up to 66.4. His yards went up to 4,045 with a 6.9 average. Both of those were increases. 252.8 yards per game. That was also an increase. 27 touchdowns. That was an increase. A 4.6 touchdown percentage. That was an increase. Decreased his interceptions to 12. And still got sacked 46 times. But his completion or his passer rating was 92.8. Fabulous. He's improving every year despite being the most sacked quarterback in the league, despite having a terrible coach and changing coordinators all the time. Oh my goodness. But Tannehill sucks, right? Tannehill sucks. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, I'm not done yet. 2015, year 4, 16 games played. He's getting the shit beat out of him, and he's an Iron Man playing every single game. Okay, attempts and completions were about the same, 363, 586. His completion percentage went down a little bit, but still above 60 at 61.9. Let's see, had 4,208 yards. Let's see, a 7.2 average. Let's see, 263 yards per game. Both of those last two stats were increases. And he had more yards that year as well. 24 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. And he still got sacked 45 times that year. Wow, that's crazy. And still got an 88.7 passer rating. Then in 16, he only played 13 games, obviously because Calais Campbell's helmet took out his knee that year. But he had 261 completions on 389 attempts, a 67.1 completion percentage, with 2,995 yards and a 7.7 average. Those are all, if you extrapolate that to a full season, best stats of his season. First year under Adam Gase, remember. Okay, and then he came out with the knee injury. 19 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. All right, that's not as good as you would like it, obviously, but he was coming on late in the season, and he would have totally, you know, rectified that and just whatever if he would have kept playing, and, you know, things wouldn't have gone as ugly as they did. But look, he only got sacked 29 times that year and a 93.5 passer rating. Okay, and then, you know, 2018, obviously he spent time out, 11 games, 176 attempts, completions rather, on 274 attempts. Let's see, a 64.2 percentage, 1,979 yards, 7.2 average, still good though. Sacked 35 times, 92.7 passer rating, right? For his career, 88 games, 1,829 completions on 2,911 attempts, 62.8 completion percentage, 20,434 yards, a 7 average, 232.2 yards per game, 123 touchdowns to 75 interceptions with a 4.2 touchdown percentage and an 87 career rating. He's been sacked 248 times in his career. Rushing statistics. In 88 games, 248 attempts, 2.8 attempts per game, 1,210 yards with a 4.9 average, almost 5, basically 5. Let's see, 6 touchdowns. And, I mean, come on. Then you throw that on top of there. Jesus Christ. He's got some other, you know, receiving statistics, a couple. But, look, man, you know, people sitting here trying to say that Tannehill is not a good quarterback. I mean, that's just like absolutely crazy. Okay? I mean, because the stats bear it out that he's actually a really, really good quarterback. He's had 15 career comebacks, 13 game-winning drives. Okay? Let's see. Some other notable statistics on Ryan Tannehill. He has some franchise records, including an NFL record. Let's see. His franchise records as a Dolphin. Most passing completions in a single season, 392, set in 2014. Most passing completions in a rookie season, 282 in 2012. Highest completion percentage for a career, 62.2 from 2012 to 2016. Highest completion percentage in a single season, 66.4%, set in 2014. Most passing yards in a rookie season, 3,294 in 2012. Most passing attempts in a rookie season, 484. Longest rush by a quarterback, 48 yards. Longest rush by a rookie quarterback, 31 yards. Most consecutive pass completions, 25. That's also an NFL record. He's the leading rusher in Dolphins history. Okay? So, I mean, come on. Like, there's... Where does Tannehill suck? How does Tannehill suck? Somebody please. All of you motherfuckers out there that want to sit there and say dumb shit. So now let me get to some of the comments and some of this, you know, bullshit that people are talking, right? We have one dude, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to put anyone on blast. But I got one motherfucker being like, Tannehill destroyed the team. How did Tannehill destroy the team? Tell me that. You want to say that, but you ain't got no facts. You ain't got nothing to back that up. So how did Tannehill destroy the team? I just gave it to you. I gave you his career stats. He was constantly improving. He was an Iron Man for a long time until the unfortunate injury. This dude has so many franchise records. He has an NFL record. What are you doing? Where you at? Come on, tell me. Somebody tell me. How has Tannehill destroyed this team? Okay, then I got some other motherfucker being like, oh, we had a team full of bums, average players at best. Okay, so two things there. So you're saying that people like Cam Wake and whatever were bums? Well, that's some bullshit. But if that's part of your argument, then that should take some of the heat off Tannehill. Because there's 11 people on the fucking field. Okay? So if the other people around him are sucking, that means Tannehill shouldn't get blamed for them. Right? Right? That makes sense. Oh, but wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Then this motherfucker wants to talk about, oh, but we're trying to build a solid running game. Okay, let's think about that. You ain't got no fucking offensive line, first and foremost. You brought in some blocking tight ends. Congratulations. What is that going to do for you? You let go the one running back that actually was like consistently getting us yards last season, despite not having good offensive line play. And so what? You have Allen, Balaj, Drake. Okay, yeah, they're good guys, but they need people to block for them. And then he's like, any mobile quarterback with an arm will do. Oh, but not Tannehill. Why not Tannehill? He's proven that he's far more capable than, you know, a lot of these clowns that motherfuckers wanted us to pursue in free agency. Oh, they're going to take offensive linemen in the draft? Yeah, I hope so. They better. I mean, they have created such a devastating hole on that offensive line. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Whoever the quarterback is going to get murdered if they don't do anything. But you have 7 picks in the draft. What are you going to take 7 offensive linemen because you're so desperate for quality players now? But then, wait, hold on. But then they say not only are they going to take offensive linemen, which does make sense, but not the top rated ones, but lower round picks that are really good at run blocking. First and fucking foremost, how the fuck do you know if they're good at run blocking? Second of all, what? So you're going to just get a whole bunch of offensive linemen in the later rounds? You're not going to try and get any of the top talent? What fucking sense does that make? Like, seriously, we have Laramie Tunsil. He's our entire offensive line right now, basically. Like, Jesus Christ, you don't want to take any of the top talent. But not high rated because their pass blocking sucks. I don't even know what to say to that. Where are you getting this? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Run the ball with shots downfield every now and then. Run. Defense wins championships. If we don't have a fucking offensive line, we can't run the ball either. Okay, and then you can't take any goddamn shots down the field. You're super predictable, like, and then this motherfucker then goes on being like, why do you blame everyone but Tannehill for not being good? I'm not. Tannehill is one of the 11 people on the field, so obviously he, takes some of the blame, and he's a good dude, so he generally takes all of it when it's in press conferences. He's always like, it starts with me. Because he does the right thing. He busts his ass for this motherfucking team and then gets some dumbass bullshit disrespect like this that is not founded in any kind of facts. Alternate reality. It's just absolutely absurd. He had 7 years, and the only year he did okay was when he had Ajayi run the ball for 200 yards a game. First of all, it was only 3 games, and then a lot of the rest of that season, Ajayi was disappearing, so what? Okay, and it was a lot because we actually had decent offensive line play that year, and that was year 2016 when Ryan Tannehill was having his best year. And then I read you the stats. I gave you his stats. So Ryan Tannehill only had 1 good year in 7 years. Nah, motherfucker. Every single one of his fucking years damn near was fucking good. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck are these motherfuckers? Like, I'm sorry, but this is one time where I'm just letting it fucking go because I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Y'all sitting here hating on this dude. Look, like I said before, when he's like 58, he's gonna have some kind of motherfucking problems because he's been destroyed by pass rushers, defensive linemen, and linebackers, and cornerbacks and safeties coming free. This dude has gotten demolished because his offensive line hasn't protected him for shit. So fuck all y'all motherfuckers that want to sit here and hate on this dude when you ain't got no kind of fucking evidence. Get out my shit with that nonsense. I ain't here for that. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all some wildin' ass motherfuckers, and I ain't playing that shit no more. So let it fucking stand right here, right now. Y'all some motherfucking clowns, and this is where I smash on y'all fools for being fucking dumbass ignorant motherfuckers that just want to get all up in your feelings, place blame on motherfuckers for shit that ain't got no fucking control over, and just, it ain't even fucking factual. What do y'all got? I gave y'all the motherfucker stats. He's got all kinds of records. What do you got? Y'all ain't got shit. So I don't want to fucking hear it no more. Anyway, I got shit to do, so I'm gonna get up out of here. But I hope y'all enjoy my show. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to hit the alerts. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.